Hey everybody, Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com to discuss the July 25th, 2022 edition of WWE RAW. I had intended to do a live stream Monday night, but about 10 minutes into the stream, I had to abruptly end it. Something came up. Everything's fine though. Thank you guys for checking in with me. I very much appreciate it. Let's talk about Raw. I'm going to be relatively quick with this recap, and I will also talk about the other big news going on right now besides Vince McMahon retiring, Triple H now running creative in WWE. I will get to that in a few minutes. Raw kicked off with a brawl between The Miz and Logan Paul. They were fighting in the ring when the show started. I liked it because it was something different. Then we had the usual Roman Reigns with the bloodline coming to the ring. Your typical promo from Paul Heyman hyping up SummerSlam. He took a shot at the sound guy because his mic was having issues, and he even said that the sound guy might be the next one out the door. I liked that line, a little reference to Vince McMahon. We then had Theory come out there, and Theory vowed to cash in his Money in the Bank contract at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns said that Theory has no idea what he's doing, said that Theory needs a wise man, and Reigns said he would be that wise man. He told Theory, "Your daddy's not here anymore." And the crowd erupted at that line. They chanted, "Who's your daddy?" Reigns said that he runs the Garden now. He started to leave with the bloodline, and then Theory attacked Jay with the briefcase. Jay got up, wanted to fight, but Roman Reigns held him back. I thought this was a pretty good opener to the show. And then after the commercial break, Theory was in the ring. He started to talk, but then Drew McIntyre arrived for a match. Match was pretty solid, but we got the typical WWE booking pattern where you had the Brawling Brutes interfering, causing a disqualification. Bobby Lashley makes the save. Holla, holla, holla. We have a tag team match. I'm not a big fan of these types of segments. Now, this is a transitional period, and I wasn't expecting any kind of significant changes with the booking just yet. So at least one more week of dealing with this, and we'll see if things start to change in the future. We had a tag team match, pretty standard tag team match, and you had Dolph Ziggler coming down to ringside to distract Theory, and that led to Lashley putting on the Hurt Lock and Theory tapping out. Way to build up your challenger for SummerSlam, right? And then Theory walked up to the stage. He got hit with super kicks from the Usos. Roman Reigns grabbed the briefcase, placed it on Theory's chest, and told him to make sure he brings the briefcase when he cashes in. So they really made Theory out to look like a chump during this first hour of Raw. Like one thing after another with the poor guy, and he was like in the first 45 minutes of the show. So I guess that's a positive for him that he's getting the television time. We had a Rey Mysterio video package, which was very cool, showcasing his career. You had Aaliyah, his daughter, and Rey's wife there as well. We had another video package for the mystery guy. We all believe it to be Edge. And Dolph Ziggler was interviewed backstage and said he's going to teach Theory a lesson. AJ Styles showed up. Alpha Academy showed up. Just your random little segment to put together a match. Then we had what was probably the highlight of Raw. We had the Rey Mysterio 20th anniversary celebration, 20 years since his WWE debut. We got the thank you Rey chants. Rey talked about how guys his size were not part of the business back in the day. He broke the blueprint, made a lot of friends along the way. He name dropped several people, Dean Malenko, Conan, Batista, Kurt Angle, Edge, and of course, Eddie Guerrero. Crowd popped big for that, chanted Eddie. Rey said he misses Eddie every day, thanked Eddie, thanked the fans, thanked his family and his son, spoke in Spanish a little bit, and then Finn Balor came through the crowd. He was clapping. Damian Priest came through the other side. So they were there to spoil the party, although the match was already announced. So we had the tag team match. And Mysterios got the win, as I think they should have. I know people are not happy about Judgment Day's status right now. But this was a special night, and they were building up towards a SummerSlam match. We'll get to that in a second. Balor attempted to do the Eddie Guerrero deal where he threw the chair at Mysterio and then laid down on the ground, but that backfired, and Rey ended up doing it the right way. Rey and Dominic hit double 619s, and then Balor got pinned with the Eddie Guerrero frog splash. So good match here. I liked it. We had footage shown of Cody doing the acceptance speech, winning this ESPY award. And the Mysterios were celebrating backstage with family and friends. Rey Mysterio got a gift. It was the Halloween Havoc 1997 outfit that he wore against Eddie Guerrero. But then Rhea Ripley in the I'm Your Pappy t-shirt arrived. So Rhea Ripley is back. She crashed the party. She grabbed Dominic. Rey went after her. And then you had Damian Priest and Balor attack Rey. Rey got powerbombed through a table. And then it was later announced that there would be a tag team no DQ match coming up at SummerSlam. So we now have 9 matches for SummerSlam. Bianca Belair cut a promo. And before she really could say much, Becky Lynch showed up. They quickly got into a brawl. And it was pretty much similar to the Miz and Logan Paul brawl. Another brawl on the show. You know, the officials coming down, let them fight, the typical stuff. And backstage, Rey Mysterio was on a stretcher, and then Rhea Ripley came in for one more shot. We then had Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop. Nikki Ash was at ringside. Very basic match here. Although there was a tease of Alexa Bliss going for the women's title. She cut a pre-match promo and issued a warning to Bianca and Becky Lynch to watch their backs. Nikki Ash tried to interfere. Distraction. She grabbed Lily and Doudrop hit a crossbody, but Alexa kicked out. Alexa made a comeback, and Nikki got knocked off the apron by Alexa, and then Alexa was able to pin Doudrop with the DDT. Very standard match. And then we had a little backstage thing with AJ Styles and Logan Paul, I guess designed to get Logan Paul over with the fans. Have AJ Styles give him the seal of approval. Did not really work. So after doing that brawl at the beginning, having AJ Styles endorse Logan Paul, he came out there for his Impulsive TV segment, basically his version of Miz TV, and was booed quite a bit. You had Maryse show up, and we had the usual deal where she was upset about people saying the Miz has small balls, and she said she actually took measurements, and Paul was like, who measures their balls? Miz then arrived and said, every man does that. And then you had Logan Paul saying that Maryse has bigger balls than Paul, and that led to a fight, but then Ciampa showed up, and it was a 2-on-1 attack. Miz hit the skull-crushing finale. Crowd chanted one more time. So yeah, Logan Paul not really very over in Madison Square Garden. We had a little backstage segment with the Street Profits and the Usos. Jeff Jarrett, the special guest referee for SummerSlam, was there. Wanted them to keep the peace, and the joke was every time Jarrett would walk away, they'd start arguing, and Jarrett would have to insert himself back in the middle. So it was fine, you know, it served its purpose. And we had a tag team match, AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler versus the Alpha Academy. Chad Gable actually got to talk a bit before the match. called the people of Manhattan human garbage and they're all going to sink to the ocean. He made fun of the idea that there are makeshift tag teams being made like Styles and Ziggler. So this was a fine match. Ziggler avoided a moonsault from Gable, hit a super kick, but Otis broke up the pin, and then Styles took out Otis with the Pele kick, and Ziggler won with the zigzag. We then had our main event of the evening, Matt Riddle and the Street Profits. I'm not sure if he's going to be Matt Riddle again with the new regime, but we'll see. Pretty long match here, back and forth. Reigns got the heat. Once he tagged in, Reigns was dominating and the Bloodline was in control. Montez Ford got busted open the hard way at one point. Riddle eventually got the tag and things started to break down. Riddle hit the Orton DDT, went for the RKO, but Roman Reigns avoided it, and then Reigns hit the spear to pick up the win. After the match was over, Seth Rollins arrived, had a little tease with Roman Reigns, but then went after his target, his opponent for SummerSlam. Riddle beat him down, used the steel steps, stomp on the floor, and then another stomp on the steel steps. So pretty decent angle here to set up SummerSlam. All in all, Raw was okay. I did not think it was a very good show, but then again, we're in the transitional period, and I really wasn't expecting significant change on this particular show. As far as go-home shows go, it was all right. Could have been better, though, in my opinion. I would go either a B- or maybe a C+. Probably a C+. Like, it was just okay for me. It was a go-home show, but kind of also felt like a lame duck show. And we'll see what they do next week once SummerSlam is in the record books. So with Triple H in control now, I definitely think it's a positive. You know, there's a lot of optimism from fans and people in the industry. Stocks are going up with the news of Vince stepping down. That's a positive. People think that this is the best thing for WWE moving forward, and I would agree, because I feel like WWE programming has been very stale for a long time, and we really do need a shake-up. And name a bad NXT takeover. I'll wait. Just saying. I don't expect Raw and SmackDown to be what NXT was at the peak of Black and Gold, but I think there's a pretty decent chance eventually we're going to see somewhere in the middle, where they're going to still try to appeal to a wide audience, but I think we'll see the envelope pushed a little bit more, and I think characters will have a little bit, wrestlers will have a little bit more creative freedom with their characters. Promos will be a little less scripted, and the shows will feel a little more authentic. That's what I'm expecting at this point, but I'm sure we'll be talking more about it on the No DQ review and other live streams. And again, I apologize for the issues I had Monday night, but thank you for those of you that tuned in to this video. I appreciate your viewership and support. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, spread the word, and leave a comment on YouTube. Let me know what you liked and what you did not like about this week's Raw. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your week, and I will see you all next time.